What's a girl to do? Lying on my bed, staring into the blue. Unrequited, terrifying. Love is driving me a bit insane. Have to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, won't you better try through and shoot right out through my heart. And that's all I can know, but don't you feel it
Hi. We're back. How are we doing? I took a day off. I'm not dead, I promise. I'm alive. I'm well. My pulse is pulsing. My breath is breathing. And I am kind of rested for once. Believe it or not. Sometimes I can still hear his voice. What? What? Thank you for the 20 gifted. Hello? That's so much. Too fresh, what the fuck? Thank you. Hello? That's like a lot. Well, now I'm dead again. Fuck. I just got back. I just came back to life and you guys instantly fucking killed me. Nice job, assholes. Thank you so much. What the heck? Welcome in. Welcome in. And rested. All is right. All is right in the world, Milk. Why are you crispy milk? How did the milk get crispy? I need the lore in your name. I need this. Get loved and adored. Ah, stop! Stay away. Stay back. I'll start like whacking you with a stick. Like not super hard, but like enough that it's like a nuisance, you know? Let it make you stronger. Ooh, good theory. Good theory. Crisp it. You can fry milk. Oh, you can fry milk, can't you? That's like a thing, isn't it? Like people fry everything. Like I don't know how many of you have seen the horrors that you might be able to find some places in America. What have I seen? I've seen fried butter. I've seen fried Oreos. I've seen fried basically everything you could think of. Deep fried butter, yeah. Ice cream, Snickers, yeah. You'd be proud I drank 2 bottles of water today. Very nice. Bumped it up to like 18 and become John Hydration, the world's most hydrated person. Fried Pop-Tart, that sounds good. We deep fry pizza and chocolate bars in Scotland. Oreos have been fried and pickles? Oh my. Do you think God stays in heaven because he fears what he's created? Because he might. That might be what's happening here. I think we may have been in contact with like a deity of some kind who then abandoned us because we deep fried butter. Fried lamb rail. Don't say fried lamb rail. Don't say that. You can't fry me. I'm a person. I'm a sheep, okay? Fried sheep, very bad. Very icky, not good. Okay? You can fry like a goat, maybe. Fuck those guys. We hate those guys. But not a sheep. No sheep. I have a friend who, every time they go out to eat, they order lamb at like whatever restaurant they go to, and then send me a screenshot of it on Discord being like, thinking of you. And it's just a like lamb presented on a plate. And I'm like, you fuck, you bastard. Like, it's evil. That's bad person behavior. Lamb is low-key good. Lamb is good. Okay, I know people enjoy it. I know people like lamb. But off of like a... from my heart. My heart tells me that I am not allowed to eat lamb because it's my people. That's like my kind, you know? And if I eat lamb, then what like example does it set for the rest of the world, right? It's like, okay, this is cannibalism now. We have a cannibal live on Twitch and YouTube. Like, what's happening? Then they're gonna take away my partner badge and they're gonna ban me from the platforms. Big mess. Big mess. So Twitch's first cannibal, huge moves. Cannibalism is common among many animal species such as lions. Liv, why have you cursed me with this knowledge? Why have you done this to my brain? That can't be true. Do lions partake in cannibalism? Yes, lions do cannibalize each other, though it is not a common daily behavior. It typically occurs in specific, often violent scenarios such as when new males take over a pride and kill cubs to induce mating, or when lions kill and eat rival or nomadic adults. Infanticide is more frequent than adult-on-adult consumption. At least it isn't daily. Well, that's like the... I guess there's a silver lining there. Fauna. Well, welcome in, everyone. What a lovely topic to kick off the day with, huh? Whoa. Divorce, thank you for the 3 months. Hi, thank you so much. I raised some trout from eggs. That's the only fish I don't eat. Yeah, you understand. Eat their sick. No, don't eat the poor babies. They're already sick. The Lion King theory. Becca, what is this Lion King theory you're talking about? I need to know. Oh, wait, what the fuck? I didn't even realize there's a 35% off on Gifted on Twitch. Wait, how long has that been there? It says 3 days left. Huh? Eh? The hell? Why does it let you go up to 1,000? When did they add the 1,000 gifted button for $3,800? Scar 8 Mufasa. The skull he was playing with is his. That's crazy. That is crazy. I fuck with that, but that's crazy. Huh. Did it a bit ago. I see. I finished all the profit margins VODs today and have lost profit depression. Wait, what is profit depression? What is profit depression? Or do you mean post? Oh, do you mean post profit depression? Oh, no, that makes sense. Yeah, that checks out a little bit more, huh? So, I have some updates and things. Nothing crazy, super new to those who have heard before, but I wanted to take a day to recap the things happening in my brain and in my life, which are kind of good and kind of cool, right? What?
AAA, it's been a while. Hope you're doing great, Lambry 2 Squish.
Man, thank you for the 2 months. I thought I misread it as 9. I'm like, that can't be right. Welcome in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you dearly. Really do. So, I have come to a realization. And that is that I think I stream too much. I basically, for a long time, have gone live like every single day. Right? But no, thank you for the... Oh my... Okay, well, we're just doing this now. You guys waited until I was mid-spiel.
Hi, lamb. Sheep emoji.
Hi. No, thank you for the tier 1 welcome in. Kitchen, thank you for the 7 months is crazy. No, don't apologize. It's funny. I appreciate you so much. I've realized that streaming every day, while it's fun for me, eventually it reaches a point where I get very tired and I run out of things to do on stream, and then I feel like I'm putting out a lower quality, and then I don't like that. Because I hold myself to a very high standard, or I try to, right? I don't want to be like a randomly pumping out garbage, right? And, oh man, thank you for the gifted as well. I also really want to get into various other things that I've talked to in the past. Namely, we have a few things on the bullet point list? Checklist. That's the word I'm looking for in my brain. The first one to come will probably be whatever the side ASMR channel is, just for a whole different audience and a whole different thing I've never done. I want to get into voice acting. That's a good like crossover. It will never touch the main content. If you are here for me and hate that and think it's the worst thing ever, it isn't real to you. You just don't have to interact. Second of all, I over time want to get into every other day shorts. I've been talking about this forever. I gotta hire people. I can do it myself partially, but that's a big undertaking, and it helps a lot to have like at least one other person on board with it, right? aside from that, I went down a rabbit hole last night. And I have this thing that happens to me where about once a month, I'll sit there like alone with my thoughts and just research something. And then seeing how good other people are at the thing then makes me be like, I want to do that. Like, this is another living, breathing human being that has achieved this thing that I think is really cool. They're human. I'm human. That means there's the potential in me too. And there's a few, how can I put it? That usually comes with the covers, right? Where I will listen to a cover from someone that I think is so incredible, and I'm like, this was produced by a human being. I've talked about wanting to make covers and get into more vocal work for ages now, and I had to stop my lessons a little bit temporarily for some like conflict issues, but it's finally like kind of resolved, and I have the space to do stuff. Namely, I didn't realize that Senna is the most talented individual ever, I think. I met him in District V, and I had no idea that he like did covers. Like I didn't know him outside of that. And then I was like looking up random covers, and I saw his pop up, and I'm like, oh shit, I know this guy. And I listened, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, it should be illegal to have this much talent crammed into one human being. And then I look in the description, dude mixes his own stuff, he does his own art and animatics, he does like his own like vocal writing, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you like a one-man army? Ugh. It's crazy. It's crazy. I have so much admiration for that. That is an insane amount of like hard work and dedication. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, if he can do all of this and make everything sound so incredible, I can do like a fourth of it. Like I could reach like a fourth of that. Right. That Octavio did everything. Octavio is also an incredibly talented person. They're like, this is what I put a tweet out about it today, about how recently I've been bumping into a lot of people who are just like the most talented people ever. And it's like incredible. And like, I'm looking around like, I gotta get my shit together. Like this is like a whole, like I feel like I like poked my head out of like a little well, and it's just like, here's like an entire world of people who have just dedicated years to a craft. And I'm like, well shit, I'm just a sheep. So I'm very excited. It's very funny when I get in these moods. I like vibrate with joy, and then I like have to rant about it to someone. Otherwise, like it's never gonna calm down in my brain. I almost said my brain. Davio's goated. True. That guy is the first reason that I really wanted to get into covers. I heard his original song a while back. I believe it was String Theory, was it? The name? And that was so like insane to me. That was so insane to me. And I'm like, like, damn, okay. I want to do that. I want that to be me. So, I have much admiration for everybody in the scene. We have a lot of stuff to do. We have a lot of work. But I hope you guys will be here for it and watch and come along with it, and you can look back and like a year from now and be like, I remember when this line was just talking about stuff. I think that'd be nice. Couldn't stay long, so I hope you have fun. Of course, thank you for popping in. Welcome in, and goodbye forever. So, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. My goal, I really do want to get out there more this year. I want to do more stuff. I've been saying that for ages, though, and I think it's time I finally stop saying it and start properly doing it. Because the thing with streaming is I could have been the most talented person in the world. I could be the funniest person ever. I could be the best at singing. But if I don't put out content, like nobody knows. If I don't put out a short or like a video or a cover. Nobody has any idea that that exists, right? And I haven't done any of that. So I really gotta get off my ass and start doing that, you know? It's kind of important. If, at least if I want to make it a thing. I mean, I've been fortunate. I've been very fortunate that people are like here and like hanging out despite me not doing that. Like, I've come far further than I have any right to have, given the fact that I've done everything quote unquote wrong, based upon like the guidebook of how to be a content creator. So the music makes it sound so sentimental. Oh, this is cute. Wait, this is like one of the royalty-free covers. So like, I think it's one of like the Mario Galaxy things. Aw, like this one's cute. Not cute, but just goated. I'm a sheep, not a goat. Watch your tone. But I went to music college, and having a community that drives you is like the #1 thing. Oh, very nice. I could not do music college, probably. I think I would die and explode. But yeah, motivation is good. It's also very lovely how I feel like we got like the best community ever, which is like, I know everybody says that. I know everybody says that, right? But like, really. Bam, 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 bam. Lovely. You're just lamb like that. Am I meant to take offense? Am I meant to take offense to that, huh? I should really start recording these. Replay buffer. There we are. Lovely. So I've been happy. I think going forward, I'm going to stream a tiny bit less. I'm going to give myself some more days to just exist. Not only will that let my brain rest, it gives me time to work on other things, and it lets me, it really lets me lock in on everything I need to lock in on. Because I've been doing too much. I've spent so much time trying to practice the art of being a creator, and while I still have so much to go, I have so much to improve on, so many new things. It's, I can mix in some other stuff along the way, right? I can do other things. Mr. President is crazy. Rest is important. Unfortunately, yes. Any certain days or just whenever needed? I don't know. Okay, so here's the issue. For me, when I started out, I want you guys to realize I streamed every day. Literally every day for 4 hours straight with no breaks in between. And the only time I didn't go live is if my power was out or there was an entire other situation going on that forbid me from streaming. And then the entire time I'd just be thinking about wanting to be live. A good example that I gave a while ago is that my house almost burned down and we had to evacuate. And while I was just sitting in a relative's house, not knowing if I had a home or not, I was like, damn, I wish I brought my PC with me. That way, if my house burns down, I can at least stream sooner when we get new housing. And I'm like, okay, that's insane of me to think. That's like the worst thought process ever. Like, I recognize that it was insane, but that was like my moment where I'm like, okay, this is something I want to do. Like, this is something I want to make work. Like, if this is like a genuine thought of mine, like maybe this means that I like this more than I thought I did. So, Leo, welcome in. So, priorities. I mean, it was just like how I was feeling. It was like, it's like the only thing that I love this much, you know? So, which house is fine, by the way. House was totally fine. It's like my first love. And you're all invited to the wedding. Speaking of, not speaking of weddings, but we're about to get monetized, I think. Maybe? Like soon. Pretty go, sippy. Let me look. I can check right now. Thought that was a marriage announcement. No, not yet. We're very close. We are about 500 watch hours off, but that has last updated 5 days ago. So I'm pretty sure we are just monetized and we get super chats soon and like and memberships. But keyword but I have to wait a few days for YouTube to catch up and like count the hours, which is neat. Very, very neat. For YouTube, yeah. Load up the burner. You don't gotta go out of your way to do anything, I promise you. That's so funny. I have 20 alt accounts I can use. Yeah, and then after that, if I get an extra 1,000 watch hours, then I get watch page ads and shorts ads for all the shorts that I have. for sure. Do you guys know how hard the requirement is to do that if you aren't streaming or posting videos, by the way? To get monetized, it's either 3,000 long form watch hours in the last year, right? Or 3 million shorts views in 90 days. And then if you want to get shorts ads, it's just a few more watch hours on long form, or 10 million shorts views in the last 90 days. So I'm very fortunate that I'm not doing the shorts method, because goddamn, that would be agonizing. I mean, it requires you to post every day, right? Yeah, light 10 mil, you know, not a big deal, not a big deal. Bunny, welcome in, how you doing? So, and that's another thing I want to point out. I've learned a lot, and I mean a lot recently, about shorts algorithm and what makes things work, what doesn't. I've come to the conclusion that 99% of VTubers really just don't get shorts and like TikToks. They don't get it, which is like reasonable because like it's hard. It's very hard. And there's also factors involved that really like lower stuff. Like whenever I post mine, for example, you will very rarely see me showing my model for the first few seconds of the short. Because I feel like a lot of people, like, this isn't getting pushed just to the VTuber community, right? Like a short that I make. It's being pushed to everybody. And there's a significant amount of people who will swipe off of a short if they see a VTuber in like the first frame. They're going to see an anime person and they're going to be like, fuck this guy, who's he, cringe, and go away, right? So, what you can do, I believe, and something I want to test out, is having the clip begins with somebody typing in chat. So instead I show a chat message with a bubble in the beginning, where it's like, okay, now the hook standalone is good enough, so that way it will keep and retain the people who would have normally assumed and swiped off because I was a VTuber, right? It breaks past that bias, and now it's like, okay, I'm invested enough to not care about that, and now I will watch the entire video. Like, it's stuff like that, right? That people don't really take into account too much. I need to min-max self-aware sheep. I know that I know nothing. Oz, welcome in, how you doing? Welcome in, dude. Reverse lobotomy. Yeah, I know. I just I research things very heavily before I get into them, right? Like, for example, ASMR side channel that I want to do. You know, I am going to religiously research everything I do before I even make the first one to put out what might be the best video ever released. Slight exaggeration. It's going to be pretty bad, but it's going to be my best for that period of time, right? I vouch for that. Oz has seen a glimpse of my mindset. Socrates Plato joke insert. Did you watch season 2 of the One Piece live action? Not yet, I didn't. I've been meaning to get around to it, but I've heard it's really good. I've heard it's real good, real good. Like should be about stuff. Oh yeah, with the shorts or whatever. That's good, isn't it? Like researching before doing it? Absolutely. Dragon talks more in a span of 7 minutes than he does in all the manga. Fucking thank God, I love that guy. Looking forward to it. I enjoy them a lot. Hehe, I'll make it good then. I'll make it good because I'm like, nobody wants it to be good. It has to be good. That's what I'm gonna say. Crazy to see how wise you... Wise is crazy. You're making me sound like I'm 90 years old. That hydrate kicked in right as I was drinking. Why are you in my brain? Gary, get out of my brain! Mr. Lunkus East. Yeah, and another part with the, I feel like just ASMR stuff is like really just the move for me, right? One, like for every reason of all. One, I want to get into voice acting. That is effectively voice acting. It gives me practice. It gives me practice with like properly recording stuff, like slight editing of things. Like it's general like baseline skills that will be very useful to me. Two, entirely different audience. I think that's going to bring in a shit ton of people who have no idea who I am, because that's just an entire different sphere that I've never been in. Three, I think it'll just be really fun, and I've gotten a lot, and I mean a lot of requests for it over the years, or not the years, but over the year. So it's finally time, I suppose. And four, we need this. I'm glad you think so. The lamb influence, yeah. You know what I learned from Envy in particular? It is a concept I learned from him. He talked about it on stream and I thought it was very enlightening. That brought my understanding of a topic from like 40% to like 90%. Where, Second Sheep, yeah, I love that guy. He basically described, because he'll do like VTuber like, advice streams sometimes where he just goes over like stuff about branding and streaming. It's actually very insightful. But one of the points he mentioned is that like everybody has their niche, right? Everybody has their content niche, and it's like a circle. You have like a bubble where you're like, I'm a VTuber that does horror games, right? But then say you are doing Dead by Daylight. You're like, okay, now I'm a VTuber, which is my niche. I do horror games, my niche, a smaller one. I do Dead by Daylight, which is even smaller. And you've effectively put yourself in a tiny hole that if you move out and do anything else, you're gonna have no crossover. Because there's just nothing there, like the audience isn't there. And that feels horrible. Right? That feels horrible. The feeling of envy helped you. No, like envy with an eye, like the sheep. Like the other, like the streamer. No. Also, Art, thank you for the gift, and you have nothing to apologize for. I appreciate you dearly. I really, really do. So then I came to realize that like proper growth with that does, how can I phrase it? You want to have like intersecting side by side niches, right? Where like, okay, say that I do, like voice related content. Okay. Now you play games that you can voice on stream, like some kind of more voicing heavy thing, because that's what people are kind of there for, right? Say, and it's like there has to be like a shared connection that links two things together, yeah, like VNs or like stuff like that, right? And then you just like link a bunch of different niches together, and then like there's crossover between everything, right? So I gotta figure that out and expand my net. Want to be in the stream because of you, not the game or the category. That's the goal, Eon, but that's very hard. That is a very, very hard thing to do. And it might not seem that way, because if you watch a lot of larger creators, like it's like every big VTuber is kind of like that. But that's ignoring the 99.9% of people who can't do that. Right? Which is a lot of people. But thank you for the extra gifted R. I appreciate you so much. Please take care of yourself. I think you have that. I've got a lot of it, which is shocking to me. By the way, it is wild, and I'm very grateful. that enough of you are here because you're like, you just like me as a sheep. And that, yeah, I don't mind any game you play, and that's really cool. That's really cool. I'm very blessed to have that, because that is a luxury. That is a privilege that a lot of people struggle to find. And the fact that I've gotten that so early is rather incredible, honestly. Educational first impression. I got much to learn. Welcome in though. Also, thank you for popping in. Thank you for saying hello. You're coming at like a very like more serious one-on-one chat kind of day. Britt, welcome in as well. Barry, thank you for the gifted. What the heck? Chillin' nice, I love it. Your personality is very magnetic. Stop being nice to me. I'm gonna projectile vomit. I don't know how to handle kindness. I'm glad you think so though. I mean, I didn't try to do anything either. Like, it's not like I go live and I'm like, time to manufacture my personality to be more likable. I'm like, no, I don't know. There's enough people, I feel like, who put on this whole facade when they go live, like pretending to be like perfect. But then if I pretend to be perfect, then like you guys will also hold yourselves and myself to that standard, and it leads to a very stressful environment, like a very unspoken stress, you know? I feel like I just want to be a guy. I feel like the sphere is lacking in guys that are just little goobers. Right? Like, where you can just come in and hang out and just have a good time. So let's welcome in. How you doing? No wonder why your RP characters have high charisma. Well, that's just because I spend all my characters are just, what if I made someone the most over-the-top egotistical freak ever? Although it did teach me something, I feel like. I think beef, Jezos, and profit margins are a perfect example of like why confidence as a human being works. But it's just drawn to like 11. Like it's pumped up really, really high. I think people are kind of naturally drawn to like a more confident vibe. And in their case, obviously, it was confident like in a negative connotation, where it was like oh, I want to see him get hit by a car. I hate this guy. But they say it like smiling and very, very like lovingly, like you're watching like a car crash, but like from far away, and your mortal enemy is inside. Right? But very oddly specific example I've given. And the psychological rabbit hole. Yeah, that's not an area of expertise of mine. But I thought it was very interesting that like the second I played a more like jokingly confident character, people are like, this is the guy. This is him. I love this guy. I'm like, holy shit. You ever press enter and regret it? That's reasonable. That's a reasonable regret. It's okay. You wouldn't hit a little guy with glasses. You wouldn't hit a little guy on his birthday too. The comedy factor, yeah, that's important. I can't act like it's just overinflated confidence. But I think my favorite character was Beef. Now that time has settled. And things have calmed down, I liked Profit. I think Profit had higher highs. I think Profit margins had like a few moments that were at like 110%, right? But I think Beef Jezos was at a constant 100%. My love for Beef is eternal. I mean, a lot of you came in from Beef as well. The characters are John Charisma. I gotta change that. I love you already. I can't believe it worked. Thank you for the follow as well. For him, I really had to lock in on, yeah, evil and confident, but he's stupid. It made him very funny. I mean, that's the goal, right? I talked with Vonks about this after District V, about how much I really try to make the characters like kind of ride a line, a very fine line of what do you call it? Like annoying, but not disruptive, right? Because if you're really annoying and very disruptive, then everyone hates you out of character because you're like, okay, this guy's about to ruin my RP, my stream, my experience. So the way I counteract that is that the characters always have to lose, quote unquote, right? Like Profit Margins commits a crime, immediately gets arrested, goes to jail. Like Profit Margins kidnaps fucking Shu and to try and get the attention of a cat boy, immediately gets, everything goes to shit, gets almost arrested. Like everything he did that was like stupid, he immediately faced the repercussions for. And that's the way I figured out how to make it work, right? Because if I won in those scenarios, say like I got away with things or whatever over and over and over, that gets tiring. It gets very tiring. So, scared whenever you were driving. Hal to be very refined and precise. Yeah, Hal's more like normal. Mainly because the Minecraft RP thing, I'm not taking as like all in, right? Prophet charmed me because of that. Dude, he charmed me too. And I was playing him. Personality direction, do you want your next one to go? I think whatever I do next, I really want it to be more like potentially serious, or I want him to have more serious undertones. Evil calculating, that could be cool, yeah. More serious one, yeah. Milk, I definitely want to. And so here's my dilemma in my brain. I think serious characters are very fun. I think they're very cool. I think they're very important, and the people who have done them, right? Like Nana in the last server had that whole arc. Ruse oftentimes is a serious character that I've seen that have been very funny. My issue with that is I feel like my mindset is always, how can I make this situation the funniest it can possibly be? And oftentimes in my mind, that is me just being a delusional freak. You know? Like, that's just me being insane. So I'm gonna have to think of a gimmick. Like, I'm never gonna not have a gimmick that's like absurd, but I do want to have like a serious side that I can like dip into, right? Prophet had a little bit of it. I've been thinking when someone says a bad joke and I gotta save it. The tag team. Go like, welcome in, how you doing? I know a guy. That was kind of beef. Beef Jesus was kind of the I know a guy. Like, he would always be like, oh, my associates over there, they've had this going on. And I'm like, who the fuck are your associates? Why do you have so many associates? There's a huge challenge for him in VCraft, making a villain entertaining and not predictable. Yeah, that's hard. It's very hard. And I can admire how much he gets into it as well, right? Like, obviously I only met him through this event, but he was really in character. I love how millennial he was. They're like elder millennial. Like, I don't know what the exact age range was, but every time I open Trendy on my phone, like the TikTok knockoff, it's like, that moment when Dweema is bald. Treat, welcome in, dude. How you doing? He's a film student? Oh, was he? I had no idea. That's kind of neat. Dropping the mask when he was talking to Nana was fire. Yeah! No, that was his only moment where he was like clear, like had visual clarity, mental clarity, and was like just himself. Right. I've been holding up. Well, very nice, very nice. Welcome in, dude. I think it was very lovely that I got to have that moment, and I want to have more of those. Like, oh my god, you know what's a good example? I remember hearing I don't know if it was a true story or not, but there was a thing I saw once that apparently some like infamous mob boss would walk down the street acting insane, like he was like a mentally ill or like really like fragile looking, and people were like, yeah, that guy's like a mob boss, and they like underestimate the shit out of him, and he was so normal. He just did it for appearances, just to like bait everybody. So I feel like it'd be very fun to maybe play like a very stupid, like outwardly dumb character that is just like pretending in order to like make everyone lower their guards for some purpose. That concept seems to have a lot of potential, and that lets me be a fucking idiot while also like having like the clarity after, like, I can't fucking believe I did that. Like, you know, that could be fun. Yeah, something like that. Calculating genius and mafia boss. Also, here's the thing. I'm hesitant to make those kind of characters, right? Because I feel like it gives slight energy of like, yeah, my character, he's like, he's super strong and powerful, but like he hides his true strength, and he's like really cool, but nobody knows it, and he's the strongest guy ever. And it's like very edgy, like 12-year-old My Hero Academia OC, you know, where it's like he's good at everything. So if I were to make a character like that, it would be for a very stupid purpose, like taking it very seriously, and it's because he wants to be the best bakery in town. Or like something stupid, like very low stakes compared to like how much effort he's putting into the appearances. Like like he wants to be the best baker ever. Yeah, overexerts and passes out. So it's just so funny. I love those characters, dude. How would you describe your character to others? Like, which one? There's a lot of them. Or do you mean me? Yeah, the reincarnated Sage Slop character. Yeah, reincarnated in Los Santos, but all my stats are maxed out, and I'm actually God. And then you make the light novel, and it has 5,000 chapters. You? Oh man, how would I describe myself? Dude, that's hard. That's really hard. Shit. How would I describe myself? You know, I really should know that. Esoteric. I do like esoteric. That's a real good word. Big fan of that word. Herm. He's an alcoholic? Isn't lore. I mean, it's a kind of lore. My VTuber in general, I don't have too much lore. What I did have, and the bare bones of it, was that there is a little kingdom in the middle of the mountains, full of sheep. Not sheep people, literal sheep. Do I have the art in my OBS? Is it you? No. I have no idea. Don't say Gap Moe final boss. Don't say Sundari Lamb. It's not true. The allegations are false, please. But basically, it was a whole little area full of little sheep, and one day he was dropped off by like an angel in a little bundle of whatever baby bundles are bundled up in, as like the only person there, and got adopted into a sheep royal family of like 192 kids. So he's last in line for the throne and just does not care and just kind of wanders around like helping out sheep when they like fall over and can't get up or whatever. That's like all I have for him. So he's a prince in name only. Basically Naruto. Dude. You can't do that to me. You can't say he's basically Naruto. Fuck. Wait. Why is it kind of true? Not the fighting dreamers. I'm not gonna say believe it. I'm not gonna say it in his fucking tone. Why is my backstory like 50% Naruto? Help. Ugh. I'm putting him in a box. Let me out of there. That a tsundere would say. I'm gonna blow you up with my brain. Say the line, Uzumaki. I actually haven't... Oh god, when did I watch that? Because I didn't grow up on Naruto. I know a lot of people did, but I didn't. I watched it a few years ago because I wanted to know what everyone was talking about. In the same way that I also read Dragon Ball recently. But then I realized, like, I didn't like it that much because I feel like, one, the fight animation is what you watch it for, and two, I didn't grow up on it. So I didn't have the nostalgia factor, right? So I was just reading it and I'm like, damn. It's like, oh my god, that's the strongest guy in the universe. And he's gonna kill us to death. Fortunately, I, Goku, have gotten this power up. Now I'm the strongest guy in the universe. And like 3 chapters later, it's like, whoa, this guy, he's the new strongest guy in the universe. And he's 1,000 times stronger than the old strongest guy in the universe. And it's just like that for 5,000 chapters. Right, Dragon Ball is only a requirement for Mexicans, not for sheep. Is crazy. I did have a few Mexican friends who were addicted to Dragon Ball because I guess they grew up watching it. I don't know how prevalent the lore is, but from all of them, they all said they learned English because of Goku. I'm not saying it's bad. It's very entertaining for what it is. I just shouldn't have read the manga, I think. I should have watched it. Are you a big One Piece guy? Yeah, I got into that like fairly recently. But I be shilling that everywhere. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, by the way. It's just like, I usually latch onto a lot more story. And you don't watch Dragon Ball for the story. Live action for One Piece? I watched season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet because I was gonna watch it and I don't actually have Netflix, so I had to wait for it to show up in other places. My first anime was VTRP season 2. Yeah, basically. Hamtaro! Oh my god, what a banger. Can I tell you guys what my first one was? You can't laugh though. My first ever anime was Black Butler. That was my first. And then immediately after, my second one was free. Which is an insane combo, by the way. Insane combo. Not bad. It's because all of my friends were like, I think when we were younger, were like the pre-evolution stage of like whatever a Fujo is before they become one, when you don't know what that is. Right? I think they were in like the developmental Fujo era. Sarah, welcome in. How you doing? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Sports anime is BL. It kind of is. But the manga, very nice. Also, Luke, welcome in. You're a Fujo. No, I wouldn't go that far. No, I did actually really like the vibe of Black Butler. Blue Exorcist. Blue Exorcist was also in that era for me. Oh my god. I read the manga on that. Who was your favorite free boy? I forgot all of their names. It's been a very long time. It's been a very long time. A Funko Pop of Grell. The Funko Pop collection grows larger. No, I liked the vibe of Black Butler a lot. I remember almost nothing. Been a very long time. I remember Book of Circus came out and I didn't watch it. Because it was not in dub yet, and I only watched stuff dubbed at that time. Abridged 50% off. Oh my god! You brought back an ancient memory. You brought back an ancient 50% free abridged was so funny. Oh my god, free abridged killed me. Oh, I missed that era. I miss the era of YouTube where every popular anime had an abridged version that was just the funniest shit ever. Oh, you know what one was also really good? I liked Hellsing. Hellsing abridged. Hellsing abridged, I don't remember stuff about, but I remember it being really funny to me. I don't know if I went back and watched it now, if it wouldn't age well to me, but I recall seeing that drop and I'm like, oh my god. Naki said crazy lines, yeah. Tay, are you a free abridged enjoyer? I feel like you would be. Naki said subplot was wild. Yeah, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. I just like never really got into it. Hellsing abridged to him being blasted into the past. Dude, Tay, you're coming into like the nostalgia session, dude. You're coming into peak nostalgia. Because I was talking about my first, and I said my first ever anime was Black Butler. It was Black Butler, Free, and then Blue Exorcist, I believe. Were my first three. Yeah. Like in that order. Hellsing wasn't my first though. I watched that a few years later. But although the opening for Hellsing, the original and not the remake, is actually kind of really a vibe. I can't get out. Link click. I have not, I don't think. Arlene, welcome in. Oh my, oh, am I bringing back like ancient memories for you, Tay? Am I bringing back ancient memories? Is your favorite? I feel like I've never heard of it. Oh wait, I've seen this. I haven't watched it, but I've seen this. Why is every character in this show very pretty? Oh, this is a vibe. I'm just looking at the images. I can tell you this is a vibe. I love VTubers 1. Thank you for the follow. Very accurate name. Welcome in. Wait, is Link Click Chinese? Oz's modeling concept is inspired by it. Oh, I can see it. Oh, this does look Chinese, like animation style from... okay, I see. That's cool. Chainsaw Man ending. I know people are complaining about it, but I have not seen it, and I'm sure a lot of people won't. Or haven't yet. People don't like it, but that's all I know. I'm not going to look into why yet, because I do want to catch up. Hell of a good job voicing Alucard. Oh my god, he did. Crumbling, I'm dying. Quinny, welcome in. How can I phrase this? God, what other anime was there that I really liked? Oh my god, Guilty Crown. I will shill Guilty Crown until the day I die. I will shill Guilty Crown until the day I die and perish and turn to dust. What a fucking show. The ending wasn't incredible compared to the rest of it, but the entire series is like a 9 or a 10. What's that? It's like oh man, you guys have some research to do. It's like, God, what the fuck? It's I think it's technically like more dystopian actiony, but it's like kind of has like romantic undertones, and it's like it's very Tay, you know, you're a knower. Actually, Tay, funny enough, the playlist I have on now is a royalty-free one that I have for the YouTube streams. And funny enough, wait, it's not even going, is it? I have the... There it is. I have one of the openings in here. I love this. Lamb giving us homework is crazy. Code Geass's little brother. It does give Code Geass vibes. Yeah, it's not, if you haven't heard of it, I don't blame you. It isn't recent, but it has, in my opinion, some of the best openings and like just 2 back-to-back fucking 10 out of 10s. No notes. It's like a bit more sci-fi, because usually I'm not into anything that's more like mech-y, kind of. This was my exception. This was my exception, right? Yeah, I need a wiggle emote. I like that wiggle a lot. Big fan of that wiggle. Our first fight. Oh, I haven't like avoided it. It's just like I haven't really gotten into it, you know? Yeah. Guilty Crown. Action, dystopia, political thriller, apparently. I believe the main characters are terrorists. But like, only technically. Adding them all into your list? Oh, hell yeah. Kami-sama Kiss Rewatcher? Of course you are. Kiss Him Not Me was a pillar of my formative anime years. Were you a Hetalia enjoyer? I feel like that's a Hetalia crossover. That's like very closely adjacent to Hetalia. I never got into it, but I knew some people who were crazy into Hetalia. I knew people who were really into Hetalia. Never watched it. It kind of was its own thing. I remember like the Tumblr era of like people who were obsessed with it, who just, that shit was everywhere. That was everywhere. Even my normie self knows the infamy. Yeah, I think it got like banned in like South Korea or something, right? Because they were like shipping countries together. Like, wasn't there something crazy like that? Hetalia controversy. Is this the thing? The Korea controversy on the Hetalia wiki? 9/11 fan art's crazy. The controversy surrounding South Korea has grown since the January 2009 adaptation of Axis Powers was announced. Many of the complaints about the characters are mostly about cultural issues and the relationship the Japanese and South Korean characters had with each other, which people interpreted as being too relevant to historical and contemporary disputes between the two countries. The series was diplomatically declared a crime against Koreans and an illegal offensive act by the South Korean National Assembly. Hetalia was declared a crime against Koreans. I need to know. I need to know why they didn't like how their ship turned out. I think not. You know your ship is solid when it gets banned by an entire nation. Oh, he's like cute though. Oh, a mixture of male and female styles. Okay. I could see why like old Korean people in government. Dude, old people in government are always gonna hate cool things. Watch along Hetalia stream. I'm gonna die if I do that. What? Why are you here? Huh? What? Oh, never mind. Sorry, I have brain damage. I was hearing stuff. I thought my Spotify was freaking out, but no, it's somebody, one of my neighbors. Somewhere in Korea that thought they were so edgy for watching it. Yeah, they're like pirating it, and they're like, this is illegal. This is illegal. So, I'm trying to think of more like anime from that era. Drain Bramage, unfortunately. Oh god, what else is really good? There are some like old ones that I'm like definitely forgetting. But well, thank you for the 2 months.
60 days of lamb stocks.
Barry, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you tons. I really, really do. Thank you. Toradora. I couldn't get into Toradora. I think I watched it too early. Vampire Knight. I know what you are. I know what you are. Prince of Tennis, Chobits. Oh my god. Chobits I haven't heard in ages. Prince of Tennis I never watched, but I remember my friend telling me about it once. And it's just like crazy. Like they'll jump in the air and like turn into a tornado. Noir? I've only heard of it. Gundam Elitist. There's a few of those. Mine was Naruto. And that's like pretty standard. That's pretty standard. Right? Baccano. Yeah, we love Baccano. I'm just going down a list right now. Fruits Basket is okay. I haven't actually watched Fruits Basket yet. I haven't watched that, and I've heard it's very good and like very weird, but like a good weird. I've been meaning to get around to it. I've heard it's very, very good. Don't say jail. Don't say jail. Oh, I'm gonna say something controversial. I'm gonna say something very controversial. I could not get into Gurren Lagann. I have tried to watch Gurren Lagann 4 times and I cannot get into it. I've tried to do it for the past decade and I just can't. Defined first, Cardcaptor Sakura, Digimon. I mean, yeah, of course they count. Yeah, they count. Cardcaptor Sakura is an ancient one. Hunter x Hunter, love Hunter x Hunter. I've been reading Hunter x Hunter weekly for a very long time. And that doesn't say much because they don't release fucking chapters. Or in High School Host Club. I did watch that around the time I started as well. That wasn't like the era. But Madoka. I love Madoka. Yu Yu Hakusho. I've been meaning to watch that as well. That's like one of the most popular ones I haven't seen. Don't use the ancient word. No idea what you're saying. Another? I've got it recommended to me. The opening does slap. Opening is very good in Gurren Lagann. Who's your favorite in Hunter x Hunter? I'm a big Phaeton enjoyer. Big Phaeton enjoyer. I think he's just so edgy. I have a soft spot for very edgy characters sometimes. Madoka gave me trauma. That's so obscure. It kind of is. Okay, I tried to watch Gintama as well, and Gintama I just couldn't get really into. I think it's because like you have to. Gintama feels like every episode is a filler episode, and that's good. But like I just can't do it. Like for me, I just can't. And then you'd read online, like I'd look up how to watch it, and they're like, you have to sit through the first 50 episodes, and if you don't like it by then it isn't for you. Yeah, the series, yeah, right? Like I've heard like Gintama's series arcs are crazy good, but like you have to sit through just like filler arc for 50 episodes to get there. But you can't skip it because it's like apparently canon. Like, it's crazy to me. It is crazy to me. Golden Kamuy is also a good one. It's character building. Yeah, it definitely is. You're not wrong, but it just felt like filler to me when I tried to watch it. I'm trying to think of more. Like, I know I have more. I know I have more in my brain. Your top 3 are? Oh, my top 3. Ooh. And how do you feel about JoJo? I'm a JoJo's enjoyer, but not like religiously so. I had a crazy fanatical arc about it when I was in like high school, as most high schoolers do. And then now I'm like a casual enjoyer. Top 3. In no particular order. Ranking of Kings, I love. I think that show is adorable, and has no right to be written as well as it is. Ranking of Kings has extraordinarily real characters. It's a very interesting setting, and every character is written like a normal person. Like, you can take every character from Ranking of Kings and look at their motives and how their behavior is and go, that is a real person that could exist in real life. Like, there's no character, like, you know how sometimes if you're watching or reading something like a show or a movie or an anime and someone is just evil for the hell of it, like they're just evil for the sake of being evil, or like their motives are very shallow and they feel very like one-dimensional. Everybody in Ranking of Kings has so much depth to it. It's very lovely. Demon Slayer, I'm very into it watching the 5th. That's not basic. You have interests. Just because something might be popular doesn't mean it's basic. I've finished the manga a while ago. A very, very while ago. It's good. I like it. It isn't my favorite, but you don't watch it for the story, right? Like Demon Slayer you don't get into because it has a compelling story. You get into it for hype and aura. Demon Slayer is definitely carried a bit by the animation, and I mean that in the best way possible because Ufotable makes that shit look incredible. Anti-JoJo forever, and I don't apologize. You had it ruined for you? I just splashed water on my face. It's so motivational, really is. Did you cry every episode? Dude, they bait you in. The first episode is, it goes, look at this little chud. He's deaf and he's mute and he can't talk and he's stupid and dumb and everyone makes fun of him for being stupid, dumb chud. And you watch like 3 more episodes in and it's just like the most heart-wrenching narrative ever. Now I'm intrigued. Oh, Ranking of Kings is for you. It's very cute. Ranking of Kings is both heartbreaking and like extremely fulfilling. Kagurabachi's Demon Slayer with a compelling story while retaining the aura and hype. I only remember the memes from that. Because it got serialized and everyone's like, Kagurabachi's gonna be the next Demon Slayer, and then I haven't heard of it since. And so, Luna, welcome in. It lived up to the memes. Did it? Is it really good? Like, actually? That's so funny. That might have been like the first time I've seen a story get like manifested. Been so long. Welcome in, welcome in. It's like, how can I put it? Kagurabachi, I think everyone made memes of and they shitposted it enough to the point where it got exposure on Twitter and people realized it was actually good, maybe. And I find that hilarious. You know, but reading it and it's so good, I might have to get back into it. The thing about Ranking of Kings for me is it has such incredibly strong and well written, like constantly recurring themes of like companionship. Of like, how can I put it? Either like friendship or like relying on someone. It's very, very, very well written. And like even when characters do something that is like objectively fucked up, there's like a moral dilemma behind it that is very real and very raw. Like it's so nice. It's I need more of it. I need more of it. I'll be tuning in. I can't welcome in. I'm a big Fate enjoyer, but that's like separate. Didn't know you had this much ball knowledge. I know ball, I'm afraid. I'm an anime boy this is what I do. I've been an anime boy for like over 1,400 hours. It's required. In order to become a VTuber, they give you a quiz, they test you. Always have a IQ. Strange Fake, of course I have. Strange Fake, I watched the pilot of like years ago, whenever that was released. And this season has been my Super Bowl because they're finally releasing the rest of it. I have been waiting since it got teased. The only Fate media that I have not really gotten super into is the overarching story of Grand Order on the phone. Fate has done a very strange thing where they have made the mobile gacha game canon story to its own universe. The movies are so good, they really are. They really are. And in order to experience the story, you have to play through the gacha game. And it's like a visual novel. A very, very long, constantly expanding visual novel. Now they've adapted a few of the arcs in like a strange order into anime and movies, but it isn't really like the intended way to consume it, right? Everything good is gacha. SAO, and I hated it. You didn't like SAO? I loved SAO when it came out, and I recognize that SAO isn't the best, but it made me happy. I think the problem with SAO is that it's a very compelling and cool world. Unfortunately, Kirito is the main character. They have this really cool concept that like was genre defining that everyone tried to emulate. And then they put fucking Kirito in the driver's seat. Dog shit when rewatching it and not 12 years old. That's probably a good way to look at it, right? The canon event, yeah. The openings are really good. The music is great. You get into the Grand Order anime. It's very, I mean, yeah, it's much, it's basically different. Like, it's Fate, quote unquote, but they have much different feels, yeah. So. The author of SAO is kind of a freak sometimes. So that's also a thing. SAO abridged, objectively better. Whenever I think of those abridged series, I always get reminded of the Ghost Stories dub, which was the official dub for Ghost Stories, where they thought it was gonna flop in the US, and they basically told the voice actors to go like as insane as they want to, and have no direction. And it is the most insane shit ever. Because that came out in like, what, 2000? And it's just full of like the most like insane racial jokes ever. And it was an official release. And I'm like, how did this happen? Like what? How did this happen? How did we end up here? Ridiculous. It's fantastic. I think my favorite part is the hyper Christian girl that tells everyone they're going to hell. I think that's my favorite. Got flashed by amps the second I joined. Yeah, it's a toss-up with VTubers sometimes, I'm afraid. My kin. Do you want to go to Super Hell? Yeah, Hell in another universe. That's just hallelujah. That's the guy, it's him. You know, oh my god. How could I forget? There's one name that must be mentioned. Capital M must be mentioned. Soul Eater. Soul Eater was, honestly, it's probably in my top 3. I adore, specifically, the manga. And let me explain. Let me explain. Soul Eater had a problem, and that they caught up to the manga too quickly. So Soul Eater, basically, around the time of the Kishin being unsealed, split off into their own filler, non-canon story and ended. Right? The canon story, however, is that the Kishin is released and goes into hiding. And there's like, that's only a third of the way into the story. And there's so much other shit that goes on that makes so much more sense. And it is so much better. And the ending is really, really good. Everything, the manga is perfect, and we really, really need a Soul Eater, like how we had like Full Metal Alchemist and then Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood years later for the same situation. We need like a Soul Eater resonance to like cover the canon story. I feel robbed. Read it. It's really good. It's really good. Met the VA. Oh, very nice. Like, one of the cool things I thought was fucked up in the anime is that, like, at the end of Soul Eater, when Kid's, like, hair did the thing all at once out of nowhere, it was such, like, a random moment, right? But in the manga, it, like, every few arcs, like, another one connects. And it's like, okay, now he has one of the 3 lines. Now he has 2 of them. Like, it's a very gradual thing that they actually build up, and it makes more sense. And I think that's really cool. Yeah, new animation with the same style, right? Oh my god, it would be so good. Promised Neverland. No, like, that was just budget, I think. The Promised Neverland was, like, finished, more or less, when, like, they were making their season 2. They just rushed the entire thing. Yeah. They cut out, like, the best arc. We don't talk about it. It isn't real. So. Oh my god. I think my favorite bit from all of Soul Eater is in the manga. And they basically, English. They go to a place that is representative of the, like, different layers of hell, basically. And each one is, like, of a different, like, sin. Right? You have, like, wrath, greed, and I believe they get down to, like, wrath or something, and Excalibur is just chilling in there, like the real guy. He's just hanging out. And then he just, like, cuts a hole in space-time and leaves. Like, it's just, like, the most random bit ever. like why is he there? Like, why are you there? Oh, never forget. I want to see if I could find it on the. Let me see. Yeah, he was in the chapter of Wrath. Spice and Wolf. Oh my god, I love the opening of Spice and Wolf. However, I remember almost nothing from it. I know it was meant to be really good. I have, like, very little recollection. But I like the opening, at least, in my brain. What else is there? Let's see. I'm just going down a list right now of... I could never get into the Monogatari series. I've heard it's, like, very good, but I just know nothing on it. Like, I just know nothing. That's, like, very low on the list for me to, like, get into. Orange. Oh, that's old. That's old. You're bringing back ancient information. Assassination Classroom. And that's, like, what, like 2016-ish? I mean, it was good. I liked it. I wouldn't, like, rewatch it. It was definitely solid, right? The decade of gold. Yeah. Inuyasha. That's a Mickey D's. Very nice. What'd you get? 5,000 chicken nuggets? Must be the answer. Otherwise, I'm disappointed. Oh, you know, I never got around to watching Gachi Akata either. I know it was really popular recently, but I just never saw it. Black Lagoon dub. A decade ago. Oh. My heart shrivels, it dies. Didn't they have like Callie do an opening for that? Didn't they have Callie do an opening? I remember seeing that. I never heard it, but like I saw like a headline on it, which is kind of neat. It's actually pretty fire. I imagine it would be. Where is... Eh? You know what show I love? Well, I shouldn't say I love. I love the concept of, but I hate the execution of. Is Dragon Maid. I think the concept of that in the first few episodes in the first season kind of is like very adorable. But then the author's kind of a freak. But then the author is kind of a freak sometimes. A live nuclear bomb, yeah. I think the idea of having like Dragon living in this same house with like overworked in fucking corporate worker, and they're like having these cute interactions and like learning to like get to know each other, and like that's really adorable. I think that's adorable. And then they ruined it with like every other character that was introduced. What else? Ooh, Magi. Holy shit, Magi. If you haven't watched or read Magi, highly recommend. The anime never got finished because the world is cruel and unusual. Wholesome but a bit strange. It definitely has some extreme eyebrow-raising moments, I will say. The concept is great, but the execution is rough, yeah. Air Gear? I've never heard of that one. Guys, they have burger. Don't say Bell. Death Note? I get all the references. Death Note's really good. Death Note holds up. Death Note holds up. I think it's very, very well written. Not even just in like the, like on a character level, I mean. The fact that you can have like the development of like very slowly descending into thinking he's like he is God. Enjoyed the manga more. I never read it. The art is good. I do like the art a lot. Funny in dub. The only dub one I know is the potato chip line, where he's like, I'll take a potato chip and eat it. yeah, that one. That's the only part of the dub I've ever seen. That's it. Started cutting manga stuff. I had no idea when they did that. Yeah, me when I'm eating potato chip. Death Parade had an Easter egg for it. Oh, that's nice. The live action. Oh, Fauna, I forgot there was a live action for that. There was a Death Note live action. One Punch Man fumbled what happened in season 3. Corporate people put them on a time crunch. They did the best they can do. Don't blame the animators. Blame the weird like corporate overlords that said, we're gonna give you 2 seconds to make this entire thing. The American one? Oh, there is a Japanese, isn't there? Huh. Why am I getting a call from the CDC? What? No, like the CDC, like the job. Not the job, I read the chat as I was thinking. Like the Center for Disease Control. Do I have diseases? Scam call? No, because it was like, it showed the number calling and then above it, it said like the CDC. I don't know if that's something that can be spoofed. Do you? I might. Congrats, you have the plague. Yippee. Huh? Oh, it's a scam. Never mind. My Hero? I did. I never got super into My Hero. I never got really into it. Googled, is this a scam? No, I got a text right after saying, to join our mailing list, please type yes. And I'm like, okay, you need to blow up and die. I think we have to put you in the boiling machine tonight. You know, My Hero I thought was like decent, but it's really tragic that the main character was Deku. I think if the main character was like Lemillion or anyone else, it would be 10 times better. He got better towards the end. Deku got better towards the end when he had his like vigilante arc. But that's about it. Oh, Overlord. I've been reading the light novel for Overlord. I'm a big Overlord enjoyer. Because the light novel gets really into like the political fucking like... It's very wordy. It's a very dense light novel. And it has a lot of build-up for very big payoffs. It's very hard to get through if you can't have the patience for it. As a light novel, the light novel's like basically finished. There's like one more volume coming out and then Overlord is over. The anime has yet to catch up a lot. Faraway Paladin. Oh, very good. Very good. I like how it's just turned into like the anime stream. This is nice. This is nice. Any Ghibli? Howl's Moving Castle is always going to be my number one. Is always going to be my number one. I'm trying to think. I have plenty in my brain. Howl's Moving Castle is just so whimsical and lovely that like nothing can top it, I think. Yeah, who up moving their castle right now? Me when I move my castle, my name is Howl. Favorite anime movie, I presume? Yep, I'd say so. I'd say so. One here because Howl is Welsh. Yeah, I heard about that recently. She howl on my castle till I move. They changed some things. They should not have changed in Overlord. Yeah, they made some tweaks. They definitely made some tweaks. Kiyoshi, hi. Hi. Grimgar. I love Grimgar. Oh my fucking god, I love Grimgar. I adore that. And I'm very sad because I think that the author for the light novel just went dark. The last I heard. Didn't he just like stop posting? Oh my god, last entry 2018. Oh. It's rough. Wolf Children? I've heard of that. I've heard of that. Perfect Blue? I've also heard of it, but I haven't. I haven't gotten super into it. What else was I reading? I got like halfway into Berserk, like the manga, and then I stopped reading it for some reason. Although it was very good. I put it off for a very long time. Very, very long time. Lovely. Yeah, Gintama I can't get into. I'm going down a list right now. Overlord is just good, man. Every guy I know has that Berserk tattoo. I know exactly the one you're talking about. It's so popular. Do you mean the brand of sacrifice? So funny. Drifting home? I've never even heard of it. Lamb is the missing prince who was there the whole time, but only gets revealed in the last 2 seconds. Just going, hi, I'm just a boy. Oh, this is making me want to catch up on Blank Butler now, man. Ugh. How the author is done with Overlord. It's very tragic. But I get it. He's been working on it for over a decade, right? Doing that for that long of a time is hard. Peak Butler mentioned. Yeah, we were talking earlier how it was my first anime. Any idea the type of covers you'll do? I have a few things in mind that I can't speak of yet. I have a few things in my brain. In my brain that is very large, I promise. I might wrap up in a few minutes here. Just because I have to go work on some things and do some stuff. But don't get me too excited or you'll get bricked. I don't want to. Don't throw a brick at me. Stop. You're being cruel and unusual. Ugh, how funny. How funny. How did we even end up in the anime conversation? I have no idea. But I'm kind of glad we did. I didn't have like a plan for today. I just kind of went live. And I'm like, okay, let's talk for a while, I guess. How's the puppy? She's doing great. She's doing great. Sudden filler episode. As for what do you call it? My schedule. I think I'm going to be here tomorrow and not Saturday. I'm going to force myself to take Saturday to myself. Okay? I don't want to, but I think it's good for me to force it, to make it a habit to take time off before I need it. Right? And to give myself like, it's breaking the habit, that way I can replace it with other productive things, right? But thank you guys for being here. I guess we can wrap up and I can look for someone to raid into on the Twitch side. But also for everyone here, I'm really glad we had this day. I love having days like these. I love these where we can just kind of talk a bit. I feel like with all the RP events and everything and the collabs, like we haven't had too many days for people who have come in recently to get to know me, right? To like hang out and then like have proper conversations and everything. And that's very important to me. It's very important to me. And we've had a big lack of that recently. So I'll try and squeeze some more in like going forward. That way we have more one-on-one kind of stuff without other stuff interrupting it. Because as fun as RP events are and just watching it as like a TV show kind of, it's also very fun to have a, you know, a more interactive kind of thing, right? Got a good first impression. I'm very glad. Welcome in. I'm happy to have you. I really am. Thank you for being here. You stuck around for so long today. So I'm proud. We will be back tomorrow with either Minecraft or something. God, I don't fucking know. But it'll be something fun regardless. Sio, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in. So we're going to wrap up on the YouTube side and then I'll raid out on Twitch. We'll find somebody. But you all have a lovely, lovely day. And hopefully I will see you all on YouTube tomorrow. Goodbye, 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 YouTube. Bye. Ending stream now. Ending stream button.